забравили, че сме били тук. Щяхме да сме забравили, че сме били тук.
По принцип, да. Даже и на едно пикера сме забравили.
Да.
Да вали грам. Чакай, че забрави. Да. Да. Ясно. Ще дойдат при мен.
Сейчас пробуй. И.
Също иска да се качим горе. Иска да се качим горе, най-вероятно ще пуска. Пускаме викаме шефа. Следват към тебе, най-вероятно. Това ще бъде при вас.
Well, finally a big welcome back to pitch 2 here for the first of the quarter-final games in the E.M.F Eurocup here in Sunny Beach. But not quite so Sunny Beach this evening. It's been heavy downpours here in Bulgaria. And we've had to delay the kickoff substantially to get these games played this evening. A big thank you to all the E.M.F staff who have worked tirelessly this evening to get these pitches in a good enough state for the game to be played. The water really was sitting on top. And not just that, as well, the lines needed remarking as well with the heavy downpour of the rain and taken them away. But we're here, and it's the Saints versus Dadi Gradnja. And what a game we should hopefully have. Hopefully the weights will have been worth it. The Saints in the white and red tops from Bulgaria, and Dadi Gradnja in the all black with red stripes from Montenegro. No doubts that Dadi have been really impressive throughout this tournament, and a really good win, comeback win for them in the round of 16 earlier today when they came from a goal down at half-time to beat Havlovice. But the Saints themselves really persevered after being 1 goal down at half-time, also against the Turkish side, Silas Expertise, and then came out storming in the second half into a 4-1 lead before slightly losing concentration as Silas Expertise brought a couple of goals back to make it 4-3. But they came through in the end to book their place here this evening. We know that Dadi are a really physical side, a big side. They like to outmuscle their opposition and press high up the pitch. 1 or 2 technical players in there, but the Saints, they're more known for their technicality on the ball. And here's one of them now. It's number 44, Theodore Nikolov. He likes to get forward. Very quick as well, young player, born in 2006. And there we see that physicality coming through as Abramovich comes down the right and I think wins the throw there. Further up the pitch, the captain of Dadi Gradnja. Back to Nikola Popovic, and he flicks one forward and it's just wide of the mark. Over on pitch 1 at the moment, we have a really interesting battle between Borussia Sibiu and rising prospects. 2 of the favourites for the tournament. Borussia Sibiu, obviously the reigning champions. We'll keep you up to date with the scores there. But for now, here on pitch 2, we're focusing on this battle between the Saints and Dadi Gradnja as the Saints try and get their first attack of the game. Georgi Yanev battling here on the right-hand side as he throws it into Nikolov, but it's out for another throw here the other way to Dadi Gradnja, out to Ablamovic. Ablamovic again will send it wide to Popovic, and he goes down the line. Beats his man well, Kilkovac, and really should have done better there as he hits it into, quite literally into the near post. And out for a goal kick. He did really well to beat his man initially. Just wonder whether he could maybe have struck that across goal a little bit more. Gorjashinin plays it out. It's been a very reliable goalkeeper in this tournament. for Dadi. The big presence of Drulo Magusha just tees it off to Kilkovac, who dragged one wide. Duro Magusha, the number 10, he was pivotal in their win in the round of 16. Theodore Nikolov back to the goalkeeper Shevera, who sends it out the other side. Popovic thought about the line, but will go to the left to Abramovic. Back to Popovic. Goes inside looking for Kilkovac, but he couldn't quite get it under, and headed down here by Popovic, and Georgi Yanev tries to beat his man but gives away a free kick. Popovic out wide to Kilkovac. Dispossessed, but will get the throw. Popovic into Blamovic. Popovic again. Does well here, Kilkovac, who almost beats his man and gives a throw in the end the other way to the Saints. Headed on by Magusha. Magusha again into Kilkovac, tees it back. It's Magusha. Does well, maybe took one too many touches, but it's a good move, probably one of the best moves so far of the game from Dadi Gladnja. As Abramovic throws it the other side to Popovic, who drills one wide. Well won by Abramovic, really strong by him, but couldn't beat the second man. Strucko, and it's into the side netting. It looked like it was going to nestle in the near corner then at one point. And over on pitch one, we've had our first goal. The rising prospects of Slovakia have taken the lead against Borussia Sibiu. Abramovic shot with the corner kick, and it's struck towards goal by Skekic, and it's saved at the near post. A good half so far from Dadi Gladnja, fairly dominant in this one so far. The Saints are standing strong, but struggling to create much of note for them so far. Fierce shot struck forward by Popovic, but isn't going to trouble Shevera. Chested down by Yanev. Sorry, it's Yanev now who drills one forward, and the first real chance for them as he hits it wide of the post. Skekic switches it out to Popovic. Out to Blamovic. Down the line, back to Skekic. Into Magusha. Fended off his man well, but drills it in and will get the corner. And that's one that Popovic will want to forget as he gets underneath that quite literally. Shevera goes along with the goal kick, headed forward by Skekic, chested down by Magosha. Nice pass inside into Kilkovac, but he can't quite get enough on his shots. Milashnik switches it out to Nikiforov and into Yanev, back to Shevera. And long into the hands of Gorjachinin. I just wonder whether they could have kept the ball a little bit longer there, the Saints. They were holding on to it fairly comfortably. I don't know whether the goalkeeper Shevera needed to go long there. And Abramovic out on the left now. Tries to go inside, he will be forced back to Popovic. Popovic again, sticking as the pin man back here as Abramovic and Skekic go wide. Cuts inside Abramovic and just can't quite wrap his foot round it as he slices that one well wide. Kilkovac nicely played into Magosha, but he can't quite get that under his feet and dribbles that one out to play for a goal kick. Yanev. Forced all the way back as Shevera boots it long. And into the hands of Gorjachinin. There's a good opportunity there as Marian Donev did really well to hold off two defenders, but it almost found its way past Gorjachinin, but it's out for a corner kick. Popovic. To Abramovic. Just wonder whether they might commit Abramovic or Popovic forward a bit more at one point. Dadi, Gladnja, if they look to get that goal, they're both so good on the ball, Abramovic and Popovic, but also very solid at the back as well. It's what stops them conceding too many goals, which they haven't done too much of in this tournament. Yanev clips it forward and all the way out for a goal kick. Long by Yanev and goes to the diag, which is all the way out for a throw on the right hand side for Dadi. Goes back to Abramovic. Popovic goes inside, does well on the first touch. It's Magosha. Keeps going, and it's a cross goal, and it almost fell to Kilkovac, who was beaten by Nikolov at the far post. Nikolov now. He passed it forward, but can't find a white shirt as it's Kilkovac again. Now Popovic, good ball into Kilkovac. A cross goal, it's blasted off of the crossbar from Magosha. Good move again from Dadi. That's the best chance of this game so far. And a let off for the Saints. A really good diagonal pass forward from Popovic to find Kilkovac at the far post, and that's the quality that's going to be the difference in this game. And it's a second goal on pitch one for Rising Prospects. They've doubled their lead against Borussia Sibiu in their quarter-final tie. Still nothing to separate these two though on pitch two. Nil-nil it remains as the Saints stand strong so far to the attacks of Dadi. Haven't created too much themselves, but they come forward now with Gospidanov, who goes inside and finds Yanev. A cross goal, it's blocked, and is that a corner or a throw? I think it's given as a throw here, which Yanev will take. Into the box, and did well to get there first, actually, Mihail Miroshnik, but not enough of an angle on it to direct it goalwards. Yanev spins his man, and a good strike on goal, stopped by Gojachinin, and I think that's the first proper shot on target for them. Kilkovac struck by him and blocked in its path. Tried to feed in Yanev there, and he couldn't quite get forward, and it's a free kick penalised on Yanev. And Dadi will play it out quickly, short here to Abramovic. That's Popovic. And struck by Magosha. No, sorry, it was number 25, Kilkovac. And Dadi have the lead. That's the quality that we've been waiting for. And just before half-time, it's the Montenegrins that take the lead. It has been coming, it has to be said. And a deserved lead for Dadi Gladna. They've stood strong so far, the Saints. And what will we see from them now, as they've going to have to commit one or two more forward. They're going to try and find a way back into this. That's not an easy feat against the strong physical nature of Dadi Gladna. Can't imagine that Popovic and Abramovic will drive forward too much now. They'll be quite happy to sit as a two. And two very hard players to beat. Throw in here on the left for the Saints. Nikolov, and there's the the half-time whistle. 1-0 to Dadi Gladnja going into the break over the Saints. Back underway here for the second half between the Saints and Dadi Gladnja. The Saints who trail a goal to nil in this one. The chances that Dadi have had, though, I think they'll be happy it is just the one. Haven't really tested Gorjachin in themselves, the Saints. And they need to start creating some chances. Dadi very solid at the back. It won't be an easy feat. Hard to really out-physical them, out-muscle them. Just need that extra bit of technical skill that's going to beat them in that final third. Need to find that killer pass. Erasmus Ishmailov over this one. Surprised it's the earliest introduction of him, one of their most technical players. He likes to sit back, Ishmailov, and then make runs from deep. Nicely played by Nikolov, but he loses it out in the end, and it's in here for Magosha, and headed in! Kilkovac gets the second of the game, and they've wasted no time in doubling their lead in this one. And it's a really uphill battle now for the Saints. The Bulgarians are going to need something pretty special now, because they will be very comfortable in this position. Dadi, Gradnja. They've got a corner kick. E.M.F over it. Drilled into the side netting and a goal kick. Not a good corner, that one. Gospidanov holds off his man and is being forced all the way back here. Still really high pressure, high line from Dadi, Gradnja. Very aggressive off the ball. Blamovic nicely played out by Gorjashinin, out to Popovic. They play this triangle really well, Gorjashinin, Popovic and Abramovic. Outside of the boots, switch, lovely done from Popovic, but not so lovely on the shot from Kilkovac. And big hits from Ishmailov. Didn't trouble Gorjashinin. Kilkovac goes inside, plays it out to Vukovic, but can't quite control that one. Forward by Ishmailov, the long throw. Touchdown by E.M.F, but dispossessed by Abramovic, who plays it out to Kilkovac. Tees it off for Abramovic, and that really was close. Shivera at full stretch, taking no chances with that one. A nice move again by the Montenegrins. Saved at the near post from Shivera as they survive that one, the Saints. Need to try and get a little bit more possession here, the Saints, and draw some players in if they can to find the space that they need. Good long ball forward there from E.M.F. Dispossessed though, and the break could be on once more for Dadi. Kilkovac stopped by Shivera, and the break now could be on the other way for the Saints. Gospidanov goes inside. Can't get the strike away. Good defending from Vukovic, who sees it out for a throw. Oh, poor pass, rare poor pass from Popovic, which is just overhit underneath Gorjashinin. Cross goal by Magusha, cut out by Milosinic, and wins the throw here on the left for them. Back to E.M.F. Ishmailov goes inside, has options to his left, and that probably wasn't the right one. Magosha back to Popovic. Sorry, it's Popovic now. Magosha clips it wide to Skekic. Tries to go across goal, but cut out by Milosinic. Booted out by Abramovich, took no chances there. Gorjashinin touches it back to Popovic. Biding his time, will let the Saints come to him. Don't blame him, they've got the 2-goal lead. As he goes for the diag forward, headed back into E.M.F, who it's late from Abramovich, and I think he knew that one as he apologises straight away. Shivera. Drilled in by him and blocked, and Skekic goes for the spectacular from his own half to try and catch him out, but well wide. Nicely done by Popovic to beat his man. Still going, but it's gonna get the free kick there. I'm sure there was too much in that, but there wasn't any complaints to it. Brilliant strike in. Magosha fires over. Magosha on the spin and can't put that one on target. Just about 10 minutes to go in this one as Abramovich will hit that one forward, and it's an important block from E.M.F. I think that one was going quite healthily on target. Strike forward from Popovic, also off target, and the Saints will reset. They've got 10 minutes now to find something in this game. Can they just get a goal from somewhere and make the finish to this one a bit more interesting for Dadi? They have been pretty comfortable, it has to be said, Dadi Gradnja. Gorjashinin hasn't had too much to do, and I think most disappointingly from the Saints' perspective is that he hasn't had much to do in this second half after they've been 2-0 down. That's when they need to see the reaction, and it hasn't really been there since the second goal. It's been quite flat from the Saints. I think that's two players bringing down Podgorica there. It's a welcome free kick for Dadi Gradnja. Inside by Kilkovac does well. Optimistic effort is blocked, and Gospodinov will come forward now. Beats Popovic, but again can't get on the end of it. Such a hard man to beat, Popovic, in the one-on-one. Big presence and deceptively quick as well. Skekic down the line to Podgorica, parried by Shaver as it doesn't just quite fall into the path of Kilkovac, and Abramovic is forward now. Lays it off, gets it back, cross goal, and just misses Kilkovac. Skekic. Popovic. And uses his hand a bit too much there, and the Saints get a free kick which is played quick. And can they conjure something here? But again, there's just two players forward. You're 2-0 down, and just two players forward up against 3 or 4 black shirts. They need to start committing a few more players forward if they're going to try and find something here. Not even just a goal, but just an effort on goal would be a welcome sight for them. Struck from E.M.F. Oh, it's a fierce effort off the post. What a strike that would have been if it gone in. E.M.F. clips it in to Miloshenik, and it's Ismailov now. Lack of options though, in truth, as he does keep onto the ball pretty well. As he go back to E.M.F. That's a bit better from the Saints, but again, just running into trouble and struggling to find space in that final third. Miloshenik. Ambitious through ball forward, cut out by Popovic. And Kilkovac brought down on the left. Free kick to Dadi. And it's a goal back on pitch 1. In fact, I think they've actually taken the lead here. Borussia Sibiu on pitch 1. Well, they have. It was a spectacular effort, I think. And Borussia Sibiu, after being 2-0 down, have gone 3-2 up against rising prospects. What a turnaround there. A turnaround that the Saints could only have dreamed of themselves in this one, as they're running out of time to find a way back into this. And it's another Dadi free kick, which is just giving them more and more time to see this one out, and E.M.F. is booked in the process. Skekic over this one. Looks like he'll just lay this one back to Popovic, which he does. And all the way back to Godjashanin. Flicked forward and headed on, and it could be in for Kilkovac, and there's the third, and it will be Dadi Gladnja progressing into the semi-finals. A hat-trick for Kilkovac. 3 good finishes and 3 good goals that are going to be enough to send Dadi Gladnja through. It hasn't been enough this evening from the Saints, and they have been up a very strong Montenegrin side. Maybe just lacked a bit of bravery at times, the Saints, as Ishmailov drives one forward and forces a stop out of Gorjashanin, and they've needed more of that, to tell you the truth. Five minutes to go now. 5 minutes for Dadi to seal their place. It's all but there for them. Just need to stay composed, not give anything silly away now. Ishmailov goes inside, finds Miroshenik. Nice footwork from him, and looks to receive it back and will get a free kick. And it's a yellow card for Popovic. Ishmailov over this one. There's still a talking to going on here by the referee, Magosha, that's getting the talking to, not sure what for. The referee not happy with something. And we're finally ready to get this free kick taken. Ishmailov, oh, it's a good strike, which is palmed onto the post by Gorjashanin. Popovic down the line, out for a throw to Dadi. They're almost there. Skekic into Magosha, back to Skekic. And that's the full-time whistle. Dadi Gladnja progressed to the semi-finals, a professional performance by them. Steady and aggressive and physical, and once again not conceding. Not conceded many in this tournament, and they're so hard to break down. And a deserved 3-0 victory as they go into the semi-finals tomorrow morning. The Saints 0, Dadi Gladnja 3.
America, I really want to see, say to I am from Bosnia, take me to America. I really want to see Statue of Liberty. I can no longer wait, take me to United States. Take me to Golden Gate, I will assimilate. One day when you reach the end, one day you will understand. One day when you roots my friend, no place like your motherland. One day when you reach the end, one day you will understand. One day when you roots my friend, no place like your motherland.
Tiskaš da je lepi, bre? A vikaj saditele! Ma, kak še gledamo, da prevećemo nervirati. Grozno veće. Всички сме мокри. Виж как ви на врата. Шампионска лига. Haydi referi! Аз да давам ли някой кан там или някой отбор? Мен чуват ли ме в ефир, да. Иди, ще си пуска музика.
Има 3 в момента, 3. Една отзаде. Една при мен да дойде. Една отзаде там.
And we're just about ready to go for the last games in the quarter-final. Up next here we have, it's KMF Mr. No of Montenegro in the yellow and black versus Gladiators Eternis of Warsaw, Poland in the green. Gladiatorzy, it has to be said, it's been perfect so far. 4 games, 4 wins, and a monumentous amount of goals scored. They've been so difficult to get near at times. They've not the biggest of sides, not the most physical, but they move the ball so well, and I think it's the clinical nature of their passing when they get into the final third has just been exquisite. That's why they've scored so many goals. And generally speaking, they don't concede many, one because of their solid shape, but also they just have so much of the ball. KMF will know that they can hurt them if they're on it. KMF in the round of 16 earlier. It took penalties to get past Liberto, who themselves are a very good side. And a side that would have expected to go far in the competition, so can't be underestimated, that win, even if it did go to penalties. But Gladiatorzy, surely, after their performances so far, will be one of the favourites for this tournament. And you have to feel really the way to get at Gladiators will be to be aggressive against them early on and try and go a goal up, because just sitting off them plays into their favour. They wait for you to make mistakes, and as soon as they go a goal up, they are so comfortable in games. Oh, and an early chance for them already here, as Gorka fires one at Borkovic from close range. Got down well, Borkovic. Good reaction stop. Pietzek. Wardzinski. Gwatch. And they will love to play these triangles as much as they can between Wardzinski, Pietzek and Gwatch, the keeper. It has been a high press, aggressive start from KMF as they press high, but then they have played out well there, Gladiatorzy. Gwatch turns the attacker well, and Pietzek goes long in here for Nenezic as it goes out wide now to Peplajek, and a stop at the near post from Gwatch, and that's a promising sign for KMF. And fired over from the corner by Adamovic. Wardzinski. Back to Gwatch. Slow build up from Gladiatorzy, and long strike from the halfway line from Gwatch forces the stop out to Borkovic, who himself has had a very good tournament in goal for KMF. Two of the best keepers in this tournament, Borkovic and Gwatch, has to be said so far. Went short with the corner, and they now win a throw, still high up the pitch here at Gladiatorzy. Long throw in, headed away by Nenezic. Pietzek. Waiting for the pressure to come as he goes to the right to Wardzinski. Back to Gwatch. Will he rifle one in again? He does, and blocked by Adamovic. One thing for KMF to be aware of, that Gwatch does like to go forward at times, so if they can be alert, it's possible to catch him out. And a foul in the middle on Kwiatkowski. Wardzinski plays it short into Kwiatkowski, but it's all a bit too casual there as Nenezic comes forward, and oh, that's a really big chance. They were caught out there, Gladiatorzy. Just far too casual on the ball there as Nenezic broke forward, and a really good effort, to be fair. Agonisingly close to that bottom corner as Pietzek goes forward. Oh, that's just how good they are. Pietzek into the far post and finished at the far post. We've seen that goal so many times in this tournament so far. I think it was turned in by Yannick Skotnicki. It's either him or Goleszwicz. Not sure which one it was. It was quite crowded in the box, but just out of absolutely nothing. It's just a pinpoint pass into the far post. And that is what they're so good at. One thing that will be interesting for Gladiators should they progress is if they come up against a more physical side, which they haven't had too much of so far, and KMF will look for a response now. Nedezic goes back to Celebic. He couldn't quite beat his man. Gwarch now. Piaczek. In no time at all as he waits for Nenezic to come and collect, and teases him as he goes back to Gwarz. So confident on the ball, Piaczek. Free kick to KMF for the slide from Golashwicz. Stopped by Gwarch. Peplajak back to Borkovic and all the way into the feet of Gwarch at the other end. Piaczek goes inside, trying to get one away himself, and can't direct it on target. Intercepted well there from Kwiatkowski. Good on the feet by Borkovic to deny the pass. Gwarch. Scott Nicky back to him and goes long here. Gwarch looking for Gorka, but it's back to Scott Nicky. Up the line to Warzinski, who can't quite get that under control. Babic back to Borkovic, who shoots that one long and not into a yellow shirt. Got to be a bit more careful in possession here, KMF, if they're gonna give them some problems. Gladiatorzy, this is what they like to do. Just keep hold of the ball, nice and patient, and draw you in. And they have pace on the counter once they do that. Warzinski now goes for the through ball, but not quite enough on it as Nenezic tries to break forward, and he gets the foul, and it's a yellow card for Piaczek. Just before going one down, they did come so close, KMF, to taking the lead themselves, and that should still give them confidence that they can give Gladiatorzy something to think about, but we know how good the Polish side are when they go one up. No team has equalised them against them in this tournament as of yet. Have conceded, of course, but they've always been at least 2 goals up when they have done. Kwiatkowski tries to outpace down the byline. Did actually keep it in, but it was going to take a pretty good cross to get it away from Borkovic. Radilovic launches it down the line into Babic, but loses out here to Scott Nicky, who drives forward. Oh, it was so very close to nestling into that corner. Chested down by Pietzak. Kwiatkowski across goal, and Wardzinski, oh, and it's in, no, it's given as a throw-in. The referee said it went out, and what a shame, that really would have been a special goal. Wardzinski played it across and just flicked into that top corner from Pietzak, but they survived that one, KMF. Celebic looking for Babic, but he gives away the foul. And Pietzak letting that one roll all the way back as he just waits for Radilovic to make the challenge. Wardzinski, lovely ball across, is it? No, just too much on it to find Gorka. Wardzinski goes down the right, brought down, and a free kick in a pretty good position for Gladiators, and a yellow card for Obradovic. And just a delay in the free kick being taken while the referee deals with the pushing and shoving going on in the box. It is all a bit pointless, isn't it? Just get the free kick taken. No need for the handbags in the box. It's Pietzak, maybe the likely candidate here. There's Wardzinski with him. Sorry, Wardzinski's actually the one on the opposite side here on the left. And Pietzak does leave it. And it is struck towards goal, curled just over the left. Pietzak speeding forward, and he's brought down, and it's another free kick. They're pleading their case, KMF, but it did look like a clip of the heels, really. Babic running past him, and they just need to let it go, KMF, because they're going to end up picking up silly yellow cards again, which they don't need. Already a goal down in this one. They don't need to start getting into dangerous territory of yellow cards. Struck towards goal and into the far corner. And there's that second. Kwiatkowski with a wrapped left foot. A special free kick and a special goal for a team that are so hard to beat from this position. And they haven't been beaten, obviously, in this tournament, but 2 goals up. And that's why no team has equalised against them so far, because they're so good at getting that second goal in games. And it could be a third straight away for Kwiatkowski, and it is Mikołaj Kwiatkowski for his second of the game, and E.M.F with an uphill battle now as we approach the interval. And the strike straight away from kickoff from Adamovic, well wide of the mark, might just sum up their half so far. To be fair to E.M.F, you have to give them credit. They've pushed and pressed high against Gladiators when quite a few teams so far in this tournament haven't. They've sat off Gladiators, invited the pressure and still gone goals behind, but E.M.F pressing high against them, proving just how good Gladiators still are. Even if you do that, they will be a team to beat in this tournament. Oh, a strong challenge in there from Babic, and it's all kicking off now. Wasn't sure if Babic had already had a yellow card. He has been getting quite frustrated. And it is a second yellow for Babic, and it's a very necessary one. Golashewicz gets a yellow card as well for his involvement, and it's all just got a bit too much in there. It's a big challenge in. And the uphill battle for E.M.F just got that bit more towards Everest. As down to 5 men and 3-0 down, it's going to be quite comfortable for Gladiatorzy now. You could just see Babic getting frustrated in the build-up to that challenge. There's no need to make it, really. Pietrzak out to Wardzinski, down the line. Back to Pietrzak. Cross goal, and there's the fourth. They haven't touched the ball since the free kick. And Skotnicki, was it, number 77? Or was it Golashewicz? I'm not sure which one it was on the far post there, but it's a 4 for Gladiatorzy. And if they weren't out of sight already, they definitely are now. Inside, Skotnicki, back to Pietrzak. Down the line, across goal, and it was very, very close to being a fifth. Stopped by Borkovic. Pietrzak out to Wardzinski. Ball in, Pietrzak, and just wide of the mark. Gorge. Wardzinski. Pietzak. Wardzinski. And they don't need to be patient with it now, Gladiatorzy. They know they can get at them. And there's the half-time whistle, which just about saves K.M.F from another goal as they need to regroup going into the second half. Half-time score, K.M.F 0, Gladiatorzy 4. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming next. Second half back underway here between K.M.F of Montenegro and Gladiatorzy of Poland. And a dominant half from the Polish side, who lead 4-0 here. And K.M.F a goal down, and they waste no time in making it 5-0. Wardzinski just inside the box. And that was far too easy. Not Wardzinski, sorry. It's, as he turns around, I think it's Scott Nicky. Was it Kwiatkowski? I think it was Kwiatkowski that finished. 5-0 and a hat-trick for Kwiatkowski. And Gladiatorzy are sailing into the semi-final. Do have to feel for K.M.F. They gave it everything. And they came to win, you can't deny that. They struggled to really test Gorge early on, but they did come to win. They pressed high, and it's a 6th. It's Wardzinski. He adds his name onto the score sheet. And they're just really struggling to cope with the pressure now as Gladiatorzy just keep coming forward. But as I was saying, K.M.F, I mean, before they went 1-0 down, they had the game's best chance only moments earlier before that first goal went in, as they came agonisingly close to being the first team to go a goal up against Gladiatorzy, as it just went inches wide of the far post. Nenezic down on the left. And Gladiatorzy, they kind of took that chance as a danger side to say, no, do you know what, we need to go one up here, and they did that just about 30 seconds later. And they're in a position of complete dominance now, as K.M.F are also down to 5 players. Babic sent off in the first half shortly before the interval. Scott Nicky plays a 1-2 with Kwiatkowski and drives one in for the 7th. And it's going to be a long, long second half, you fear now, for K.M.F, who are just struggling to get any sort of shape to block out the Polish side. And they come straight forward again, stopped by Borkovic. Kwiatkowski. They just look so fit, don't they? Gladiatorzy, really athletic. Scott Nicky. Drinsky clips one in to Kwiatkowski, and that one goes out for a throw in favour of K.M.F. And the referee, well, it looked like he signalled that towards K.M.F, but Gladiatorzy have taken it. I do want to give a special mention to the K.M.F goalkeeper Borkovic, who's had to let several in here tonight, but really has had a good tournament. It's certainly not his fault that any of these goals have gone in, many of them really good goals. But he's had a really good tournament. When I've watched him, been one of my favourite goalkeepers to watch, made some sensational saves, particularly a good few in the round of 16 against Liberto, a top side. And he has been left a little bit helpless in this one. Chelovic going forward, his pass cut out, K.M.F throw down here. Cut out by Scott Nicky. And over on pitch 1. Ballerina Varna are losing 2-0 in their own quarter-final tie against DC Light Systems of Montenegro. So the Montenegrin side on that pitch doing well. It's a free kick right on the edge here for K.M.F. A chance for them to just salvage something in this one. And blasted over from Adamovic. Wardzinski down the right, back heels it across goal and wins the corner. Kwiatkowski over to take. Driven in, stopped by Borkovic. And a throw here for Gladiatorzy, backwards by Kuszewski. Drinsky, captain for Gladiatorzy. Drinsky back to Gwarsh. Out wide to Scott Nicky, who just lets that one underneath his foot, couldn't quite control that. Radulovic back to Borkovic, good pass into Nenezic, but it's intercepted this time from Scott Nicky. Out to Kuszewski. In no hurry as he lets that one go backwards into the feet of Gwarch. And push off the ball from Adamovic, and a free kick on the left-hand side here for Gladiatorzy, taken quick back to Gwarch. Warzinski. Thought about going for the long diag, but goes back to Warzinski, who's standing in front of an open net, and they're just toying with them here really. Scott Nicky into Warzinski. Back with Scott Nicky. Adamovic plays the advantage. The referee back here with Nenezic and Obradomovic. Borkovic comes forward now. To Celebic. Can they salvage something? Borkovic, oh, and it almost found its way in off Obradovic at the far post. Gwarch out to Drzynski. Quite happy just to invite that pressure as he plays it out to Gwarch. Kaszewski back to Gwarch and Drzynski again. Scott Nicky comes inside as a short option, which creates space further up the pitch for Kwiatkowski, and into Scott Nicky again, who's dispossessed by Radulovic. Pepelejak forward by Borkovic, and it will reset all the way up the other end with Gwarch again, and once again they'll be in no hurry as they just wait for the spaces up top to open. Drzynski back to Gwarch. Warzinski throws all the way back to Gwarch, and it's Drzynski now. Kaszewski goes on his travels, but he doesn't go for him as the switch comes across here to Warzinski. Intercepted by Adamovic, and he passes it out of play. Ten minutes to go in this one, and they've, thankfully for E.M.F, they have just calmed things down a little bit, Gladiatorzy, but they do come forward now, stopped by Borkovic and fired over in the end by Gorka. It did look at one point at the start of the second half they were just going to keep coming forward and score as many as they could, Gladiatorzy, but maybe with tomorrow's games in mind, Gladiatorzy, they are just holding the energy a little bit, which is probably maybe part of the reason that they've been passing it around the back just to hold that energy, and they've got a free kick now, E.M.F. Nenezic and Pepelejak over it. Nenezic leaves it, it will be Pepelejak who drives one forward straight into the wall. Forward by Borkovic into Radulovic, and in by Pepelejak and deflected out for a corner. Borkovic Rifles one well over the bar. Nice ball in, it's Gorka across goal, deflects out for a corner. And struck in, good stop by Borkovic, and followed up and turned away for a corner. Fired in by Obradovic, good stop by Gwarch to see that one out for a corner. Saved by Gwarch again. And a bad challenge there from Adamovic, who will receive a yellow card and a free kick here for Gladiatorzy, which Gorka comes over to. Off the post, and they get away with that one, E.M.F. Wodzinski couldn't quite get to that one. Peplajak, he's dispossessed, Scott Nicky to Drinsky. Kosciuszki back to Gwarch. Just a few minutes left to go in this one as Gladiatorzy dominant in a 7-0 win here, if it stays that way, that is. And they are sailing into the semi-final. Just wonder whether KMF can maybe salvage a goal just to give them a bit of a boost, but always up against it in this second half with the 5 men. And over on pitch 1, Ballerina Varna have made a real game of it as they've just brought it back to 3-2, only a goal behind for them now. And a real chance for them to maybe take it to a shootout if they can find the equaliser. Koszewski now here for Gladiatorzy. Gorge sprays that wide, but it's out for a throw, is it? No, the referee didn't blow there. That was from the other pitch. The referee doesn't give a foul there as Gorge just clears. And into his hands again now. Warszynski, stopped by Borkovic. And if it wasn't for him, it could have even been even more than 7 tonight. But Kwiatkowski comes forward now, Warszynski, oh, and it's flicked in. It is 8 for Gladiatorzy. And once again, you have to feel for KMF. Up against a really, really strong side. And down to 5 men. It has been a struggle for them. Nenezic gives it away. It's into Gorka now, out to Kwiatkowski, who plays it back into Gorka, but Balkovic gets there first. Nenezic goes inside. Adamovic out wide and dispossessed there on the right, Damjanovic. Launched in looking for Adamovic, but he can't get there. Throw to Gladiatorzy. Celebic touches down into Radulovic. Can't quite control it, and it could be in, but into the hands of Borkovic, and the referee puts KMF out of their misery for this one. A tough evening for them, but a tournament where they have had some really good results. And Gladiatorzy showing why they are the team to beat in this tournament. 8-0, the final score here. Join us tomorrow morning for the semi-finals. It's finals day here in Sunny Beach. See you then.